Same thing is true on the mental side of the equation. Doesn't matter what domain we are in. We can be talking about athletes here in Squaw or technologists down in Silicon Valley or business leaders anywhere. It doesn't matter. Across the boards in all domains, whenever we see the impossible made possible, we see a state of consciousness known to researchers as flow. You may know flow by other names. You may call it runner's high or being in the zone. If you're a basketball player, you call it being unconscious. If you're a stand-up comic, it's the forever box. Flow is a technical term. It's the term scientists prefer. It's technically defined as an optimal state of consciousness, one where we feel our best and we perform our best. More specifically, it refers to those moments of rapt attention and total absorption. You get so focused on the task at hand, everything else just disappears. Action and awareness will start to merge. Concentration gets so intense that our sense of self vanishes. Time dilates, which is a really fancy way of saying it passes strangely. Occasionally, sometimes, it'll slow down. You'll get a freeze frame effect. For anybody who's been in a car crash, seen The Matrix. More frequently, it speeds up, and 5 hours will pass by in like 5 minutes. And throughout, all aspects of performance, both mental and physical, go through the roof. Now, flow science stretches back about 150 years to the late 1800s, which was the very first time anybody realized that an altered state of consciousness, which is what flow is, could massively improve performance. In the 1970s, this man, Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, who was the chairman of the University of Chicago Psychology Department, made major progress. After conducting one of the largest psychological studies anybody's ever conducted with tens of thousands of people involved globally, he came to a number of core conclusions about flow. The first thing he learned is that flow states are definable. They have core characteristics, and I listed some for you a second ago. Uninterrupted concentration, the vanishing of self, the merger of action and awareness, time dilation, and so forth. So because it's definable, it is also measurable. We have extremely well-developed psychometric instruments to measure flow. He also discovered flow is universal. This state shows up in all of us, provided certain initial conditions are met. And lastly, probably most importantly, he discovered that flow is fundamental. It is fundamental to well-being, to living a meaningful life, to overall happiness and life satisfaction. In fact, in the largest study on optimal performance ever conducted, Csikszentmihalyi discovered that those of us with the most flow in our lives are the same people who score off the charts on tests of overall well-being and life satisfaction.